So it's an enormous pleasure to be here. I'm Paul Ekins from UCL Institute for Sustainable Resources. I've been involved with the UK Energy Research Centre ever since it was set up in 2004. And this book, which we're going to launch today, is a very special output in the sense that it was dreamt up towards the end of phase 2 of UKERC, when Jim Skee was still the research director, and it's now been published well into phase 3 of UKERC with Jim Watson as research director. Jim Skee has written chapter 1, and he's going to talk a bit about that. Jim Watson has written chapter 2, and he's going to talk a bit about that. There are then 22 odd chapters in between, which cover practically every energy-related subject under the sun. And then we come towards the end, the scenarios and policy aspects, scenarios aspects done by colleagues at UCL Energy Institute, with Gabriel very much involved, Steve Pye, Christoph McGlade, and I as a very kind of junior author at the end of that long list of modelling luminaries. And then the policy chapter, which is what I really do, chapter 26, which I'm going to talk about a bit at the end. I've rather foolishly left my copies of the book up there. They're actually very heavy, so they serve well as a doorstop, as well as a source of great intellectual illumination. You'll find the leaflets outside, and they will give you a 30% discount on the book, which the hard copy at least is not cheap. The paperback copy, which is published at the same time, is a little cheaper. The way I describe it is that it's a smaller version of the Global Energy Assessment. I don't know how many of you were involved in the Global Energy Assessment or indeed have seen a copy of that. That is not a doorstop, it's a tower block. And this is about a half the size, I guess. It covers more or less the same territory, really does lots on energy supply, rather less than it should probably on energy demand, but covers that territory reasonably well, has extra chapters on the material implications and the ecosystem implications of different sorts of energy systems, and then, as I say, moves into some of the political economy issues and some of the public policy issues. And that, I think, is all I need to say by way of introduction. We're going to pop up and do our 3 parts of the book now from 3 of the people who've been most involved in it. Perhaps I could just pay tribute to Mike Bradshaw at Warwick Business School, very much involved in UKERC, can't be with us tonight. He wrote many of the chapters around the fossil fuels. He's an expert on the political economy of gas, the economic geography of fossil fuels, and so that's been his contribution, and it's been great. But perhaps we'll get on with the show now. Thank you.